Okay. So if you're doing the playlist, you can go ahead and start it now. And come into a comfortable seat on your mat. Let's just rest the palms on the thighs. Bear with me if I'm clearing my throat at times. I got a little tickle this weekend, so I am recovering a bit, but don't worry, I'm not contagious through the screen here. Feel a tall spine. And just start to feel your sit bones root down into the earth. Feel the heaviness of your hips and your legs sinking down into your mat. Feel the heaviness of your shoulders and your arms and the palms. And then just let your breath be natural here. I want to read you something. I've been doing a lot of reading, I think, as maybe we all have. Finally, we have time in our lives to do the things that we love to do. And this is from the Yoga Sutras. It's a particular teacher, Ravi Ravindra, who I've studied with meditation. He's a scholar at a university, I think, in Canada, and he's amazing. And the first Yoga Sutra is really about coming into the here and now, and that your practice begins in the here and now. And he writes about that first sutra, and he says, it's an invitation to practice yoga always and everywhere. Yoga does not require sitting on a cushion in meditation, and it is not limited to a specified hour or a particular posture. Each moment is the right moment, and the present moment is the best one. Each place is the right place. The place where I am now can be a sacred space. So I read that to you because I want you to remember, and I'm hoping that this practice will help you, because we are here at a specific hour practicing yoga, right? Technically. But every moment of your day from this moment forward is an opportunity to practice yoga. So let this be a remembering, let this practice be a time for you to cultivate present moment awareness, unwavering presence. So even as you sit here, you might just watch each breath as it flows in and out through your nose. Each breath connecting to each moment in time. And all that is current in your state of being is part of that. It's part of the present moment awareness. So every thought, every feeling, every sensation, every sound, we'll just sit here for a few more rounds of breath. And if it's calling you, you might slow down your breath in a way of slowing down your body, slowing down your mind. And on your next inhale, just gently blink your eyes open, coming into your space. Notice where you are. Notice this moment. Reach your arms above your head. And you might switch the crossing of your legs here just to shake things up a bit, just to even them out. Let's go ahead and lean towards the right and take your left hand to the outside of your right thigh and take your right hand behind you. And then lift a little taller as you inhale through your heart, through your head. And as you exhale, twist a bit deeper. Just use that left hand to guide you and pull you. And just continue to feel your breath here. Drawing your belly in, moving the shoulders down the back, and the gentle compression in your organs, which is a nice rinse for the organs, a nice way of purifying your body. A couple more breaths here. You might close your eyes again. Inhaling as you lift tall, exhaling as you twist deeper. And then slowly come back to center. Take your arms back up over your head. Feel the expansion of your ribs here and your lungs as you breathe in. As you exhale, twist towards the left. Take the right hand to the outside of your left leg, left fingertips behind you. And just massaging. Every inhale, get a little longer. Every exhale, feel that gentle compression and drawing in the belly. And then maybe just notice, go inward into this moment, observe the sensations. And on your next inhale, please come back to center, reach your arms back up. And we're gonna go side to side a few times, so take a deep breath in. As you exhale, twist towards the right. As you inhale, reach back up. As you exhale, twist towards the left. So you're not gonna get into the deeper twist, but you're just using the belly. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, back up. Exhale, twist. Two more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands down to the floor. Let's come onto the hands and the knees, facing the front edge of your mat. And then take a few rounds of cat and cow. Your toes can be tucked or untucked. Reach the heart forward as you inhale. Exhale, round your body back. Inhale, stretch your heart forward. Exhale, rounding back. And do that a few more times on your own. Massaging your spine. Massaging the length and the space in your spine. Good. And feel the breath here, specifically connecting to the movement. So the entire length of your inhale stretches your heart forward. The entire length of your exhale rounds your body back. And you might observe your energy level here. You might observe your tension level, maybe, in your shoulders and your neck and your spine. And for some of you today, it might be a very nurturing, present practice to offer cat-cow for yourself instead of a vinyasa. So I'm gonna give lots of options for vinyasa, but this could be a vinyasa. Vinyasa is simply linking your movement with your breath. Okay, so as you're ready, please come to downward facing dog. Take a few breaths there. Take your feet a little bit wider apart for this first one, maybe to the edges of your mat. Good, and then bend one knee generously and shift that hip to the side, and then bend the other knee and shift that hip to the side. And just pedal out. Maybe nod your head a few times. Good, and then gently walk your hands back so you're at the back of your mat, all the way to the toes. Your legs are still pretty wide here, okay? Bend your knees generously, grab your elbows and hang over your legs. And then just rock a little side to side. Again, maybe just bending one knee a little more than the other as you rock. And take a few big exhales here. So deep breath in through the nose and then out your mouth, just letting go. Again, deep breath in through your nose. Long exhale, let it go. One more, big inhale. Big exhale. And then you're gonna crawl your hands back forward all the way to your down dog. Bring your feet more hip distance apart and shift forward into a plank pose, high push-up, okay? So let's pause here for a few breaths and just feel the body get nice and strong. So as I mentioned, instead of plank pose, which is part of our vinyasa, the traditional vinyasa that we do, you might lower your knees, right? You might lower your knees and just take a modified plank, okay? So let's take 3 more breaths. Modifying doesn't mean weaker. Modifying doesn't mean you're not good at yoga. Modifying means honoring the present moment, honoring your body as it is. And that, as I stated, is the first sutra in yoga. Now, this moment, okay? 3 more breaths wherever you are. Press the floor away, spread wide into your fingers. Good, and then lower to your belly. Maybe knees first, slowly come down. Yeah, okay. Tops of the feet on the floor, hands are right by your ribs, elbows squeeze in, inhale for baby cobra. Exhale, slowly lower down. Again, inhale for a baby cobra, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, slowly lower. 3 more like that with your breath. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhaling to lower. Inhaling, lift the chest. Exhaling, lower. 1 more time. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Press back to down dog. Some of you might come through plank if you're feeling strong. And then, of course, that feeling of strong doesn't necessarily mean we have, the muscles to actually support our body. So there's a lot of deep inner listening there, right? Kind of connecting to what you feel and what is true, right? So let's take a few more breaths. Here in dog. All right, and then to warm up a little more, we're gonna do just about 3 vinyasas together, and I'm gonna give options, so listen to what works, okay? Inhale, come into plank. Maybe lower the knees. Exhale, lower down, or maybe you're exhaling and rounding your spine, right? Like cat pose, and then inhale, cobra, maybe up dog, maybe cow. And then exhale, press it back to down dog, right? Good, so inhale, shift forward to plank pose. And then lower your knees. Maybe you're exhaling chaturanga. Maybe you're exhaling and just rounding your spine. Inhaling cobra. Some of you up dog. Maybe cow. And then exhale, downward facing dog, okay? Let's do it 1 more time. Inhale, coming into plank, or hands and knees. Exhale, chaturanga, or rounding your spine. Inhale, cobra, up dog, or maybe cow. And then exhale, downward facing dog. And that builds a fair amount of heat. No matter what you did, walk your feet all the way to the hands. Take a halfway lift, inhale. Fold back in, exhale. Do that again. Inhale, half lift. Fingers can come on the shin, stretch your heart. Exhale, round back in. 1 more time. Inhale, reach your heart. Exhale, round back in. rise up, press through your feet, reach your arms to the sky, and then prayer to your heart and pause there. Good. So close your eyes here. I'm realizing my computer just dipped a little, maybe. I'll adjust. And then bow your chin towards your palms. Let this moment right here that we're going to return to a few times be a moment of connection to yourself. Why are you here? What do you need from your practice? Feel your breath. Feel that deep inner listening. Maybe there's just one word, a specific word that you could come back to. And on your inhale, sweep your arms up. On your exhale, dive forward and fold. Inhale, halfway lift, reach your heart. Exhale, step back to plank pose or hands and knees. Good, take a deep breath in. Exhale, slowly lower. Cobra or up dog. And exhale, down dog. So as we continue to move, I won't offer the cat-cow option in my voice, but it's always there for you, okay? Take 3 breaths. Press your hips back. Maybe bend your knees a little here so you can feel more length in your spine. And then walk or lightly hop up to your hands. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold back in. Inhale, rising up, reach your arms. Exhale, prayer to the heart, and pause. Feel that connection. Feel your word, feel your breath. Let's do it again. Deep breath in, reach your arms up. As you exhale, dive forward and fold. As you inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, step back, plank pose, pause for your inhale. Slowly lower as you exhale. Inhale, lift the heart, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pause again here. So really get to know this pause and down dog as well. It's a time to, again, connect to your breath, maybe connect to your word, connect to how your body is shifting. Look forward, walk or lightly hop your feet up to the hands, take a halfway lift, inhale, fold back in, exhale. Inhale, rise up, reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, prayer to your heart. Pause, feel your breath. So this pause doesn't mean you're just hanging out, right? You can still root through your feet quite a bit, engage your whole body. One more round like that. Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, dive forward and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank pose. Hold for the inhale. And slow lower, exhale. Cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pause there. Check in. Feel the moment at hand. So feel your arms strong and straight as you push down into the palms. Take your right leg back in the air, 3-legged dog. Reach it straight back so your hips are even. Take an inhale. As you exhale, bring your knee to your chest and shift your shoulders over your wrist. So this is a strong move. And then slowly step your foot to meet your hands. And it may take a few steps to get the foot up there. You might need to actually wiggle it up with your right hand, okay? Come high to your left fingertips here and sweep your right arm up to the sky so you're in a big open twist, okay? A block is a helpful tool. If you have a block and you want it under your left hand, go ahead. I know some of you don't have props, it's all good. You can also lower the back knee here, so that's a nice option. All different bodies. We're all having different present moments, right? We're all experiencing different things. So check in here. Where do you feel the most sensation in your body? Where do you feel strong? Where do you feel like your muscles are working? And then where do you feel like you're maybe stretching and opening a bit? Good, take 2 more breaths. Some of you might let your right hip drop down just another inch, offering a little more strength in your right leg. Yeah. And then lower your right hand down to the floor. Root through your right foot, and you can either do this with the back knee down or lifted. We're coming to a crescent pose, reaching the arms up. Maybe a little bend in your left knee if the left knee is lifted. And just gaze forward so you have a nice steady focal point out in front of you. And then start to bend your elbows like goalposts here. So it looks like this. Palms forward. And just feel the shoulders drop down the back. Good, and then again, you might melt that right thigh, 1 or 2 more inches down, fire up the right leg. And at the same time, I want you to feel like your feet are hugging towards each other. So you've got 3 more breaths here. It's a strong pose. A lot going on. Commit to the moment at hand. And then reach your arms behind you. Palms face towards each other. See if you can interlace your hands together. And then come halfway down and just hover over your front thigh. Pause here. So I'm asking you to work, for sure. But again, you've also got that left knee to the floor if you need it, okay? Pull the belly in and extend your heart away from your hips. So I want you to feel like the whole rib cage is lengthening away from your hips. Good, 2 more breaths, you've got it. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. And then just gently release your hands to the floor. Good. So let's step back to plank. Some of you might hover that right leg. Some of you might come to hands and knees here, all good. And then cross, if you have that right leg hovering, cross it over your left leg. So your legs are like crisscross. This is fun. Just an option, okay? Take an inhale, shift forward. Some of you halfway chaturanga, some of you down to the floor. And then release that right foot for cobra or up dog. And then press it back to downward facing dog. And find your breath. Find that silky smooth inhale and exhale through your nose. Beautiful. Stretch your left leg up and back. 3-legged dog. Hips are even. So notice like your left hip might have wanted to sink down a little or lift up. Try to get your hips just even with your shoulders. It's a feeling, the belly draws in. Good. Push back through your left heel a bit. Beautiful. 1 more breath. Good. And then slowly, strong move here. Bring your knee to your chest, shoulder shift forward. Round your back. And then step your foot to meet your hands. And when the foot meets the hands, we want it towards the left thumb. So the feet are in line with your hip bones, okay? High on the right fingertips. Reach the left arm up to the sky. Find your big open twist here. Again, you've got the option and the reminder here if you want to lower your back knee to the floor, okay? And then just drop in, okay? Yoga is now. Now begins yoga. Every moment, every breath. And this awareness is truly what separates yoga from any other physical exercise. We're bringing in present moment awareness, deep, slow breaths. So even if you're struggling here, even if your mind's wandering, beautiful, that's the moment. That's what's going on. Accept it completely. Take another breath. And then lower your left hand down. So you're either lowering the back knee or keeping it lifted as you rise up. Reach your arms to the sky. Your left foot is your anchor here. So the left foot really plants down. It spreads into the mat. A little bend in the back knee might feel good here. Keep reaching up. Notice if your shoulders want to go with you as you reach up. If you're kind of scrunching here, draw the shoulders down a little, soften in the elbows slightly. Feel your breath and slowly bend your elbows. About 90-degree angles here. Goalpost arms, like this. Keep your steady gaze out in front of you. Breathe across your heart. Breathe into this space in your lungs that really fills up your heart. Bottom tips of your shoulder blades are moving down towards your hips. And slightly together. Pull your belly in for support. One more breath. And then gently reach back. Find your palms facing towards each other and interlace with the other pinky on top if the interlace works for your body. And then lift up a little more through the heart and come halfway down and pause right there. So you're lengthening from your right heel through the crown of your head. Maybe dropping your left hip down just another inch. Pull your lower belly in away from your thigh. Keep breathing here. Smooth out your breath. So even though the heart might be racing a little bit and the breath starts to feel scattered, can you try to come back to this sensation at your nostrils? And smooth it out. Good, one more breath here. Release your hands down to the floor. Great, we're coming to hands and knees or plank pose, you choose. If you're in plank, maybe hover the left leg for a little challenge. Pull the belly in, press the floor away. Maybe cross that left leg over the right leg. Squeeze the inner thighs together strongly. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, halfway or all the way down. And then release your feet, cobra or up dog. Good, downward facing dog. So here's a nice time if you want to just rest for a moment. Your body's like, whew, that was a lot. I'm going to put my knees on the floor, sit back into child's pose, and take 5 breaths. Some of you might be feeling like, oh, I like this fire. Shift into plank a few times. Come back to down dog. Maybe take an extra vinyasa. You've got 5 breaths for you, okay? 5 breaths. Smooth inhales, smooth exhales. Good. Let's all, I see some of you going to child's pose now. That's cool, stay there if you need it. Otherwise, we're gonna meet at the front of the mat. Forward fold. Bend your knees here and let's ragdoll up. So you're gonna take about 3 breaths. Just slowly round your spine. All the way up to standing. Let your head be the last thing to come up. And once you come up, roll your shoulders up and back a few times. So we're starting to warm the body, which means we're warming the muscles and the connective tissues, and we can maybe start to find a little space. Move your head around, open and close your mouth. And then you're gonna reach up, pause there, grab your left wrist and lean over to the right. So you're making like a banana shape with your body. Yeah, and you're kind of pulling on your left wrist. Good, and then come back up, inhale, grab the opposite wrist and lean over to the left. Beautiful, pause there and breathe. Nice, push a little more, maybe into your right foot. And come back up, chair pose, sit your hips back and bend your knees. Utkatasana. Whew, okay, so also known as fierce pose. So if you're feeling that right now, you're feeling a little fiery, a little fierce, that's normal. You don't have to go too low. You can go like just a few inches. But some of you might be sitting pretty deep, like you're about to sit in a chair, okay? Bring your hands to a prayer at your heart, inhale. Exhale, twist towards the right. And maybe the left elbow just hovers over the thigh, or maybe it wraps over the thigh, okay? Let's take 3 breaths here, lengthening as you inhale from the crown of your head back through your tailbone. As you exhale, push into your palms and twist deeper. Good. So beautiful. One more big full breath. And then keep your hands in prayer as you come back through center. Stay in the chair. Inhale. Exhale, other side. So like I mentioned earlier, twists are a way of releasing and purifying and detoxifying the body, which we really need right now. We really need to stay pure in our bodies and our minds, of course, but they're connected. They're connected. So here you might be feeling like you're wringing out some unnecessary thought pattern, some unnecessary belief about yourself or this current situation we're in. Take one more breath. And then come back to center. Lengthen your arms. You're still in chair. 2 more breaths. Stay strong. Pull the belly in. Maybe sink a little lower. And then gently fold forward over the legs. That should feel really good. Halfway lift. Inhale. And you can either jump or step back through vinyasa, plank pose, chaturanga, or you can go to hands and knees, maybe take a few cat-cows, or you can just step back to down dog. And we'll all meet in downward facing dog, okay? Take a deep breath in through your nose, and a big sigh out your mouth. Do it again, deep breath in, out your mouth, let it go. One more, big inhale, big exhale. All right, we're gonna flow a little, take the right leg back, and then bring your knee to your chest, shift forward, and then send the right leg back into down dog again. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, bring your knee to your chest. Inhale, send it back. And then this time, step it all the way through. So you're back in your lunge, take your time, maybe lower the back knee, and twist the right arm up. Good. So we're gonna flow a little with the right arm and get into the shoulder a bit. Sweep the right arm under the right thigh, and pull your belly in. So you're rounding your spine, and you're just doing like a little sweep under the thigh, and then inhale, send it back into the air. As you exhale, sweep it under the thigh. As you inhale, open back into the twist. 2 more, sweep it under, and lift it up, and sweep it under, and lift it up. Good, lower the right hand down, rise up into your crescent pose. Again, another option to lower the back knee to the floor. Bend your elbows like goalposts. This is where it gets real. Steady gaze out in front of you. So if you want to challenge yourself, lower the back knee, let it hover off the floor. So you've got this bend in the elbows and the bend in the back knee. That's right. And then inhale, just straighten the arms and straighten the back leg. Exhale, bend back in. Inhale, reach back up. 2 more, bend back in. Inhale, reach. 1 more, bend. Good, and then reach. And then hover halfway down, and your arms this time can either stay alongside the ears, or reach back, or find the interlace. You've got 3 breaths. So your right leg, it might be like burning and talking to you. I haven't really practiced in like 5 days, so I'm feeling it a lot, okay? 2 more breaths, or 1 more breath, let's say. Okay, now you're gonna release your hands to the floor. We're gonna add something in here. Walk your hands forward, and just lift your back leg up in the air, okay? So again, your right leg, I know, it's there, it's working. Stay with your breath. A block here is a nice tool if you want a little more lift. Some of you are adding in anything you want from this standing split shape. A couple more breaths. And bring your feet together, please. Good. And take a halfway lift. And then fold back in. And then rise up, reach your arms. Prayer to the heart. Find that connection. Remember earlier when I said this is going to be a nice place to just pause? Like, let it just be a nice place to pause. Maybe shake out your right leg. Give it some space. And then keep your hands at the prayer at your heart and just sit back into chair pose, okay? I know you thought we were done, but we're not. So the weight's gonna come in your left foot, and this is gonna feel really good on your right leg. So lift your right foot in the air, find your balance, and this might be all you do, or you're gonna lift your right leg a little higher and take a figure 4. So the right leg crosses over the left thigh. It's a nice active outer hip stretch. The right leg just did a lot of work, so give it some space here, breathe. Sit the left hip back, pull the belly in, extend the heart forward. And you might just hold here. This is great. You can go a little lower. Some of you might take your hands to the floor or a block. And I just want you to be here in this moment. 2 more breaths. Good, and then go ahead and just release that, come upright, bring your feet together. Take a huge breath in through your nose. Sigh it out your mouth. Reach your arms out and up as you inhale. Just dive forward as you exhale. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale, step or float back, vinyasa. Your vinyasa. Your breath, okay? We'll meet in downward facing dog. Nice, stretch your left leg back. Good, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, draw your knee to your chest. Strong arm, shift the shoulders forward, send it back, inhale. Exhale, bring your knee to your chest. Inhale, send it back. And one more, knee to chest. And step your foot all the way through. Good. Twist your left arm up to the sky. Again, some of you lowering the back knee. Reach up through the left fingertips as you inhale. And as you exhale, sweep the left arm under the thigh and round your spine. Do it again. Inhale, open back up. Exhale, sweep it under the thigh. Inhale, open and expand. Exhale, release and sweep under. Inhale, open and expand. Last one, sweep it under. Lift it back up. Lower the left hand down. Rise up to your crescent, reaching the arms. That's it. Bend your elbows like goalposts. Option to bend your back knee towards the floor. That's it. Good. Breathe there. Strong left leg. And on the inhale, straighten the arms, straighten the back leg. Exhale, bend back in. Inhale, straighten back up. Exhale, bend back in. Inhale, straighten. One more time, bend. And straighten. Halfway hover, you choose what you need with the arms here. Keep planting your left foot into the floor, please. Good, find length, right heel reaches back, crown of the head extends towards the front of your space. One more breath. Let's lower the hands down, crawl them out in front of you a little bit, and lift your back leg up. So some of you, again, a block is a nice tool. And breathe in your standing split. Just as it is, maybe there's a little bend in your left knee. Maybe you're adding in some little, things, handstand, whatever. A few more breaths. Nice. Good. Bring your feet together, forward fold, front of the mat. Halfway lift, reset. Exhale, fold back in. Inhale, rise up, reach your arms. Prayer to your heart and pause. Where's your word? Where's your breath? Shake out your left leg. Okay, so bend the knees, a little bit of a chair, hands stay at the heart. Put the weight in your right foot, just let the left foot hover first, feel your balance. And then lift the left knee as high as you can and then cross it over, figure four. Yeah, sit your hips back, beautiful. Extend the heart away from the hips. Some of you are coming down just a little bit lower. Nice, stay with your breath. Beautiful. Amazing. Go ahead and slowly release that. Come all the way back up to standing. Hands to prayer at your heart. All right, let's get into the hips a little. We haven't done a ton of hip opening, so we're gonna take Malasana, squat. So some of you might be going like halfway down, more like a really wide chair. Some of you might be sinking your hips all the way down. Your heels might lift a little, that's fine. Maybe take your hands to the floor for support, okay? So you're opening up in your hips here. This is the pose in our body that is actually like the human being pose. The position our body used to be in all the time before we had chairs, right? We would work from this shape. We would go to the bathroom in this shape. We would do many things in this shape, but we've lost it. So it's actually a really nice time to remind your body that there's space here to be had. There is space. Take 3 more breaths. Good, and then go ahead and just slowly straighten back out your legs. Come back to that kind of wide fold. And you're gonna step your left foot back. Your right foot's gonna stay where it is, and your hands are now on the inside of your right foot. We're moving into a lizard pose. You can lower your back knee or keep it lifted. Some of you might want the option of taking your right hand and grabbing your left foot. This is a little bit more of a quad stretch. Your left hand can stay on the floor, you can come to the left fingers, make it more active, or you can lower your left forearm down even deeper, okay? And the head can hang, which is a nice stretch for the neck, I think, and a softening in your face. Good, so let's take 5 really conscious, present breaths. Really nice. Go ahead and release your foot if you have it. You're just gonna come up to your hands, and from here will come the pigeon pose. So wiggle that right foot over towards the left. The right knee comes behind the right wrist. So we did a similar shape when we were in that figure 4 chair. We're just going deeper now. So if you do have a prop, a blanket, a block, and you wanna put it under your right hip because it's lifted, it needs some support, do that. If you don't have a prop, you can lean towards your right hip, bend your left knee a little. So it's more of a modified pigeon here. And then you can stay here, upright, or come down to the forearms. And pause and breathe. So you don't have to necessarily count your breaths, but we're gonna be here a little longer, maybe 15 or 20 really long breaths, about a minute. And with each exhale, please give yourself an invitation to let go. This is the let go party right here, pigeon pose, okay? I've heard the word roller coaster a lot lately, that this situation is like a roller coaster, right? And that roller coaster can be in a given day, it could be in a given week, it could be in a given 10 minutes, right? The emotions that we're all feeling are all over the place. But here and now, give yourself the invitation to maybe let go of some of the unnecessary emotions, right? The ones that don't really make any sense. We don't really know what's going to happen here. So if you're anxious and afraid, let that go. Let it go. That's not the present moment. It is not the present moment to think about the future and worry about it. That's not the present moment. That's not yoga now. That's not this. So let it go. Maybe there's some emotions that come up for you here, and that's okay. Let them be. Let them flow. The hips don't lie. The hips are the storehouse of the emotions and memories. And the karma and the drama. Good. Just take 2 more deep, full breaths. Slowly come up onto your hands. Let's press to down dog here. So tuck your back toes and take your right leg back and then just shake out the right leg. Give it a nice kick or a hip circle, anything at all. Okay, and if you want a vinyasa here, if you want to shift forward and get a little bit more flow back in, go ahead, okay? Feel your breath. Good, and then walk or maybe hop your feet up to your hands. So you're back at the front of the mat, take a halfway lift, inhale. Fold back in, exhale. And take your feet wide again here. We're gonna skip the squat and just step the right foot back into lizard on the other side. So your left foot's forward, your right leg is back. Good, maybe the back knee's down. Maybe you're reaching with your left hand, grabbing the top of the foot. Committing to about 5 deep, slow breaths. Observing the sensations. Maybe let your head hang. Good, and then slowly come into pigeon pose here. Wiggling your left foot all the way over towards the right side of the mat. Flexing the foot can be helpful. Adjusting, maybe letting your left hip come to the floor, bending the right knee a little. And you can either stay upright or fold down, okay? So I want you to feel the quality of your breath. The quality of your breath. Let your breath be just so full of light and integrity. Let it heal you. And so the last pigeon pose, I mentioned the future, the unknown, the worry, the fear, right? And in this one, you might reflect a little on the past, and you might reflect on how you've possibly been grieving at this time. Grieving over the life that you had and the life that you knew and the plans that you made that have now been canceled and all these things, right? This is a real feeling too. I'm feeling it a lot. And I want you to start to let that go as well, right? It's valid to feel, but I also want you to let it go because it's already happened. There's nothing we can do about it. So you might even use that word, I guess it's 2 words, let go. Let go. That's not the present moment. The past is not the present moment. This is the present moment. So I've been thinking a lot about the word surrender. Surrender is this word that is a deeper invitation, right? A deeper invitation to let go of what was, what will be, and surrender to this moment. Let's take 3 more slow, deep breaths. And as you're ready, please come back up on your hands. Press yourself back, downward facing dog. You can shake out the left leg. Do some kicks, do some hip circles, let it release. Good. And then walk your feet to the center of the mat. Cross your ankles so you can sit down and roll onto your back, please. So roll onto your back. Make sure you're kind of centered in your mat. Hug your knees into your chest. And just rock a little side to side. And you have permission to honor your body and your practice and take any shape that feels good to end your practice. We have just about a minute. But I'm going to invite you into Supta Baddha Konasana. So you place your feet on the floor and let the outer edges of your feet come together and your knees open up into butterfly, okay? So it's like you've got these big butterfly wings, the outer edges of your feet touch. Your knees are wide open. And then maybe place a hand on your belly and a hand on your heart. You can tuck your shoulders down underneath you a little, move your head side to side so there isn't any tension in your neck, your face. Everything starts to soften. And just let the quality of your breath start to be soft, right? Soft and effortless. No need to control it in any way. So because of the shape of your legs, this is often referred to as a butterfly pose on your back. When I heard the most beautiful reference to this time that we're in now being a cocoon of sorts, a time to really go inward, an opportunity to really let yourself, be at home. Like just surrender to being at home, surrender to connecting to yourself, having a little more time in your day. Even boredom, by the way, is such a beautiful opportunity. One of my greatest teachers would often say, boredom actually is peace. So whenever I feel bored, I'm like, ooh, I feel peaceful. What a beautiful thing. What a beautiful thing to not have anything to do or to feel that way. We're so conditioned to do more and be more. And so it's foreign. It's foreign to be in this cocoon of internal awareness and being. And after the cocoon phase, right? After, whenever it is, who knows, the butterfly emerges. So I have a lot of trust in that. There's going to be a big butterfly emerging in this planet, in humanity, and in ourselves. As you're ready, come into Shavasana. Bring your knees together. Let your legs just splay out. You can keep a hand on your heart and a hand on your belly if you feel you need that connection to yourself, or if you just want to let your arms splay out, maybe let your palms face up and let yourself receive these moments, receive these natural, effortless breaths, and let go. If you have the time in your day and you want to just stay in Shavasana and rest longer, please do. If you're ready to move back, just move the fingers first and then the toes, and take a deeper breath. Bend your knees and softly roll off to the right side. And press yourself gently up to a comfortable seat. And bring your hands to a prayer at your heart. Once more, finding a connection. Maybe finding that word that you stated in your mind, or maybe there's a new word that wants to emerge. Something that you can take with you into your day, so that in every moment you have this practice with you. Yoga is now. Yoga is in every moment. Take one more full deep breath in through your nose and out your mouth. And please have a beautiful day. Namaste.